Hey everybody, it's your boy Chris, and welcome back to the Off Air Podcast. With me, as always, is my boy John.
What?
What do we have going on this week or last week or?
Well, let's get some podcast news out the way.
Okay.
I believe we are now doing podcasts on Saturdays.
Oh yeah. We were not live yesterday. We're normally live on Fridays, but we're gonna to update things to Saturdays around the same time, just like how we are right now. It's almost noon.
Yeah, we just have a lot of things between the week that's slowly creeping onto the podcast.
Yeah.
And then
Schedules are changing, trying to keep it, efficient.
Yeah. Luckily enough, our schedule always ends up free early on Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of when we end up, or we have been recording videos lately anyway. So.
That too. So might as well just kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, we'll just keep weekends really productive after long weeks of working full time.
Yeah. Working full time production, and then gotta produce more shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a fucking factory in here.
I'm sorry.
Anyone else getting hot?
I was freezing yesterday at work.
Really?
It was fucking cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fall is here. Weather's changing.
Speaking about fall, my body's fucking falling apart.
I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I love fall. I love fall.
The as far as like the atmosphere and the weather, but your allergies.
But my body hates it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it disagrees with it.
Disagrees. Okay, yeah.
How everyone gets like allergies during spring, my body's the opposite, where I get it in fall.
That's so strange. Like it's. I don't even know how that works.
I know like one other person that actually has the same allergies.
Fall allergies.
Okay. Or
like everything's dying. That the reason why people with allergies act up in springs is everything is pollinating.
Yeah, I believe for me it's like almost like the lack of pollen.
Is that what? I guess it could be that you have like a tolerance. I don't know.
Or
do you believe in that thing where it's like if you eat the local honey that it'll get rid of your allergies?
No.
Because you're exposing yourself to. I don't really know how.
No,
how
because
true
with that same logic, Rooster Teeth's Bernie Burns would not have the willow tree allergy.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
The willow trees in Texas, you won't have allergies when you're there first year. Second year, you're gonna have deadly allergies against.
It's so strange how allergies work.
Yeah,
I have hardly any of them, so I don't really fully understand.
I'm developing allergies.
Yeah, I definitely don't have the perspective on that.
Like
that's like one thing. That's one extremely confusing as far as like the biochemistry and the science behind it.
Yeah,
and then it's also just like allergies are more confusing than like nutritional science. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah, because I didn't have allergies against dogs or cats, and then now I'm like, hey, my body's itching.
Yeah.
Like my eyes hurt, and I'm like sneezing and coughing, and then I guess now I have to take pills.
Oh God.
I guess my body's more expensive.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, yeah, allergies are weird. Don't really fully understand.
All right, so let's get on to a topic.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we did a beach cleanup.
Yeah, we did. That was in Clearwater. We, we're picking up microplastics in a ton of cigarette butts.
I'm now selling cigarette butts for $1 each.
I don't think anyone is. I mean,
art. I'm sorry.
What do you even?
Floridian art.
You can't even. Oh. I guess. I mean, if you make something out of them, it can be art.
A necklace.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah, then don't fucking throw it on the floor.
No, make like a sculpture out of them and make it like a PSA.
No.
No?
No.
Just like say these were all picked up at Clearwater on September 20th, 2019.
You mean I have to go back there and pick it up?
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure if we go back there, there'll be plenty more.
Sadly. Yeah, we just picked up Saturday's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we had a good result from actually doing that cleanup.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was SEALs was the organization that organized it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of wanted to get one of those shirts, but it was black and it was hot. I didn't want to order online, so.
Yeah. What was it? All right, and we're gonna do some light gaming news.
Of course, we're gonna do gaming news every week.
I said light.
Okay.
Very light.
Well, it's gonna be 20% gaming news 80% complaining about the gaming industry like we always do.
Well, this is gonna be 2-in-1.
Oh.
Modern Warfare beta happened probably like
Yeah.
a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, yeah, you should really play it. I'm like, I'm staying out of it.
People were really hyped for it, mostly because of the 32.
Sorry, 64 game mode,
64 game mode,
which is 32 players versus 32 players,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically Battlefield, but there's no there's no destruction. Sorry, sorry, that's my body dying. We're not gonna talk about that. That's fine. Everyone loves it.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Crossplay. We actually did see PC players versus PlayStation.
Yeah, the
Xbox.
whole cross-platform is very exciting. People have been talking about cross-platforming for like
it makes sense
for a long time. Yeah,
it
like
actually increases
almost
longevity.
10 years. I feel like exactly.
Of course, you also saw the PC players being at the top because they're like, oh, we're the best.
Well, because they have higher processing and just a better interface to play with.
I believe the actual game
average
limits everything at the same time.
Oh,
it tries to keep it an even playing field.
That's good. Okay.
That's what they try to do.
Yeah, but it's still just unfair with the interface unless people are intentionally playing with controllers on PC. Like playing with a mouse and keyboard is just more effective, let's be honest.
Yeah. Very accurate.
Yeah, it's a lot more accurate.
But that's not the whole issue what I'm bringing it up about.
Okay.
The issue is a controversy just came out about it. A player experienced a bug when they leveled up where they say where the game says, "Congrats, you unlocked a supply drop loot box."
Oh no.
After they advertised they weren't going to do it.
Oh.
And that's not the only issue. How the game is cross-platform. They said no season pass, all DLCs free. PlayStation has one exclusive game mode. The Spec Ops or Special Ops.
Yeah.
You know how Modern Warfare 2, you played it with your co-op partner, everything.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 had a new version of Spec Ops called Survival Mode.
Yeah.
Basically, you survive rounds of enemies, and everyone liked it. Now, they brought it back for Modern Warfare, the new one, where you have Spec Ops, the missions, and Spec Ops Survival. Spec Ops Survival is exclusive to PlayStation until October 2020. For an entire year.
Damn. Yeah, because the game comes out in November.
Yeah. Here's the issue. If you understand what basically Call of Duty is.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is a game that comes out every year.
Yep.
So what happens when that exclusive takes off? The game's already dead.
Yeah, another game would have already been in development.
And that means that game is already dead.
Basically.
Already players are complaining that Black Ops 4, they said, hey, how they advertise the game is, we're always going to be developing content for Black Ops 4. We're always going to be doing it. They just announced the last update for Black Ops 4. Basically, they just killed off a game.
Jesus Christ. And people have been extremely hyped up about this.
Everyone's like, how come you just don't want to play Modern Warfare the beta? I'm like, because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get excited for it, and then I'm going to cry about it. I'm staying away for a good while until I see all the full reviews. The game's been out for a while.
Yeah. To shed some light on it, though, always just based off what you said, I was just trying to pull up some news articles right here. I'm not really seeing anything that controversial just immediately on what pops up on Google. But at least there's a lot of confidence being put on this release with the beta being so readily available.
Right.
And they're tackling problems as they show up. Which means that we should see a pretty complete game as far as what's readily available for the majority of the of the consumers when it's released. In comparison to what we've been complaining about for the past months, for the past year, I feel like about a lot of other companies putting out totally incomplete games.
Right.
Companies like Bethesda and EA.
I have nothing. Here's the thing. This is just the multiplayer part.
Yeah.
personally, I can give two shits about the multiplayer.
Hmm.
I actually do like the Call of Duty campaigns. I'm that one guy.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Especially
Every
since
now
it's
and then.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely only because of Modern Warfare. I'm definitely gonna enjoy the campaign as well.
Spec Ops, I usually play it because it's usually the fun and they're harder than the actual campaign,
Mm-hmm.
which it's a refresher because already the campaign's hard when you're playing on veteran.
Mm-hmm.
But my one issue is sometimes they always ignore single player. Of course, when I said they had loot boxes, there's a glitch that someone saw it. Black Ops 4 had loot boxes as well.
Yeah.
But not just any type of loot boxes. Yeah, sure you can get skins for guns and stuff like that, but then you got actual guns, and then you got actual, like, player skins.
Right.
That means there's guns locked behind a paywall at that point, making the game literally a pay to win at that point.
Basically.
All right, and I think I'm gonna just end that there because I'm trying to like exclude myself from just getting even deeper on that.
I was actually gonna pull up and start reading something out of this article about.
Yeah, you can.
Jesus,
you can pull it up.
what is up with? I have ad block and Inkty Tracker on. And I'm still getting all these pop-ups on GameSpot. News about the story campaign, the multiplayer. And yeah, that actually is, as you mentioned, this PS4 exclusive until October 2020.
I do know the.
Oh, and PC system requirements that actually might be pretty interesting for some people, varying on different
It's
formats you use to have your build out.
People.
Damn, I'll be able to play it on here.
No one ever looks at the requirements.
Well, I think it's pretty useful information. I mean, it even gives you the
if your computer,
operating system and the.
Listen, if your computer can
run
Crysis,
it gives you. We have minimum and recommended specs on here.
Yeah, if your computer can run Crysis 3, you're fine.
Oh, that's a huge game. No wonder. Yeah.
That's the minimum benchmark.
Oh. Sure. Fuck you.
The maximum is Minecraft.
Wait, what? Minecraft Ultra Real 4K? You mean?
Real life craft 4K.
Real life craft, or no? Just Minecraft beta.
Sir, it's in-dev.
And I was gonna say Minecraft Alpha.
No, that's before. That's in-dev.
And oh yeah,
literally the first version ever put up.
Just to see how recent this is. When was this article posted?
Probably within 2 days.
Yeah, it was just posted. Yeah.
The developers did come out. It seems that some of them are hinting that it wasn't their decision.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I'm not blaming all developers. Sometimes the people higher ups are very special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, they're very special kinds of people. Other than that, yeah.
All right.
Moving from, you got a topic?
I was just gonna go over real quick out of this article from GameSpot about the story campaign and the multiplayer and this new Modern Warfare coming out. So let's see. Modern Warfare campaign will once again take place in modern day, updated for the year 2019. The story promises to be more morally ambiguous and will even include 4 major branching pathways that allow you to make major decisions that will have impacts on story events. That's pretty cool. That's kind of like what they did in Black Ops 2. When they create different endings,
yeah, you have
and playing
endings.
through different perspectives, but they're saying there's going to be 4 different pathways rather than just 2, as it's been traditionally in Call of Duty campaigns.
Why do I have Shadow the Hedgehog vibes?
What?
The game? Shadow the Hedgehog?
No.
Where it
Stop.
had like 6 different endings.
I barely remember that.
And they're all bad.
Why do you remember that?
I don't know. It just hit me.
Anyway.
Well.
The commitment to authenticity makes this year's entry much more graphic than ever before. as one mission shown in a preview of event included enemies choking on blood and writhing in pain on the ground. Jesus.
Writhing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting campaign.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the game.
It seems to be taking on a pretty interesting new tone, or at least that's how it's showing from this article, and more importantly from the latest trailers. It's a little bit darker, I feel like. Then we do know for sure that it is a new storytelling taking place from around the same time as the first Modern Warfare.
Where it would have, but it's basically a different timeline.
Yeah, exactly.
Same people, different.
Like
different things.
yeah, like for example, they showed Captain Price in it. This is definitely Captain Price, not Lieutenant Price, but he is younger than he was in Modern Warfare 3. So we're probably dealing with more of like a Modern Warfare 1 era Captain Price. And I don't think that there was any confirmation on any other characters like Soap or, you know.
But we do know Bravo 6 is back.
Yeah, it is Bravo 6. So we probably will be seeing, original members like Soap and Gaz. Maybe Modern Warfare 2 members like Ghosts. Who knows?
Maybe that's probably on one of the other ends where you're actually training them.
Mm-hmm.
That explains how you guys actually know each other.
That's possible, yeah.
Where you become his captain, and then he's like, "You're not my captain." He's like, "I'll teach you how to be a captain."
That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, what else do we have here? The plot appears to focus on a war-torn country and the heroes aligning themselves with a faction of the conflict. In the process, chemical weapons are obtained by bad actors, further complicating the situation. So, a war-torn country.
So it sounds like Modern Warfare 3.
Kind of, yeah. Or almost like a Civil War type thing going on.
Basically, all the Modern Warfares, but like all the good aspects were just picked out.
That's what it seems like, and that'd be great, definitely. Mixed up in all his familiar faces like Captain Price, but don't expect him to reference events from the previous games in the series. This is a new continuity that reuses fan favorite characters, not a continuation of any prior events. So yeah, this is like a different timeline.
Yeah, I had
same characters.
I think you were there, but we had a friend ask about General Shepard.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if he actually makes an appearance.
Yeah, if they bring back General Shepard or Makarov as like primary antagonists.
Well, because remember, General Shepard became the antagonist after Modern Warfare 1, after losing his men, spoilers, to a nuclear device that went off in Iraq.
Yep.
Iran or whatever country.
Actually, I think it was Libya in the first game. I don't remember exactly, but it was in.
To be honest, that's the one game I haven't played.
Really?
No.
I have all three of them.
I guess we're live streaming it.
Sure, one of these days. Why not? We're working on bringing that back. Hell yeah.
Veterans only.
That's the only option when you're playing campaign in Call of Duty.
The only easy day was yesterday.
Huh?
The only easy day was yesterday.
Anyway, so how long will this campaign last? The studio hasn't said exactly, but indicated it will be about as long as you've come to expect for a COD campaign. Yeah, I guess they're all around the same length.
So about 6 hours.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly what they say. That usually means around 6 to 8 hours, give or take a few. Though it is worth noting that studio narrative director Taylor Kurosaki, that's an interesting name, said the length varies greatly. So it could be longer only because, as said here, that there's 4 different branching pathways, which gives a lot of replayability, and with the whole idea of different, you having to make different choices to cause different possible endings based on what's kind of being speculated here, that could, vary the playing experience greatly. So that's pretty cool as far as the campaign, if anyone's interested in that. And then let's just to go over really quick the multiplayer aside from the PS4 exclusive. I think we, made our feelings on that pretty clear. So multiplayer has been retooled in several key ways, both to match this new game's focus on authenticity and to update the gameplay yet again. A new realism mode removes the HUD, and you can breach doors for ambushes. It also takes a fresh look at nighttime maps with the revised version of night vision goggles. Oh yeah, that was something that they were kind of showing in the trailers. How they're bringing back night vision.
We also now have vehicles.
Do we?
Yeah, they got tanks.
Oh shit.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I said, as much as I love Call of Duty, I'm more used to Battlefield, where the tanks feel like they weigh,
Mm-hmm.
and when you do shoot, they do pack a punch.
Oh
Whereas
yeah.
in, I can take out 4 walls before I can take out a tank.
Mm-hmm. And also says you can breach doors for ambushes, so that's probably similar to like the engine that they have going on in Rainbow Six Siege. That's one thing that people really like about that. And I also remember that they introduced somewhat similar features back when they released Battlefield 4, about how much the environment can change. So it seems like they're implementing different things that made Call of Duty great in the past, but also implementing different things that other shooters have done to make their games more realistic and give more options and different strategies for people to play.
The more I think about it, Battlefield 4 still stands as one of the greatest Battlefields.
It's great, right? It's still great.
I think I prefer it more over the newer versions.
Really? I don't know. I really like Battlefield 1 only because it was in the whole World War II.
Yes. No, World War One.
Or so yeah, World War 1.
Battlefield 5? Yeah, 5.
Mhm.
It's an alright game. It's just like I said, it's with the terms of like being more historical
Mhm.
and not as accurate. You can't just like like Battlefield where like the whole actual map changes if
Yeah.
you do something.
Mhm.
Or what's it called? They call it Levolution. Or in Battlefield 4 the beta, not the beta, the actual E3 demo showed, hey, they just took out the supports for the bottom of the building. You got to leave now. And it shows the actual players driving off in an ATV off the building and parachuting, as everyone from the actual sidelines is just watching an entire building collapse.
Yeah.
Or like I said, the whole thing called Levolution changed a
Mhm.
lot of multiplayer shooters.
Exactly, yeah.
Of course, with that, Ubisoft has their own version for Rainbow Six Siege, where literally every surface can be soft.
Mhm.
That's what they call basically destructible surface,
Mhm.
and that can dramatically change everything.
Absolutely, you can change the battlefield. It's great.
Where
And it brings realism and a lot of creativity in how you can play the game and go about different strategies.
that's what makes a lot of people like in love with the game, because
Mhm.
you can be on the first floor, but you can see dust coming from the roof where the enemy's at.
Right.
Shotgun the roof, and that's it.
Exactly. So it would be really cool to see those types of features implemented into other multiplayer games. So Modern Warfare will bring back kill streaks and several of the most popular multiplayer modes, along with 2 modes, a 2v2 gunfight mode and ground war, which pits large team sizes against one another. So that's the 32v32 ground war and 2v2 gunfight. So they're bringing back kill streaks, which I'm sure is going to bring back different types of perks.
Wow, 2v2, I haven't heard that since Modern Warfare 3.
Right, yeah. And let's see. Despite the 100-strong match sizes in ground war, though it isn't a battle royale, and Infinity Ward is careful to note it has no plans for battle royale mode in Modern Warfare. I'm sure a lot of purists are appreciating that.
Okay.
What, do you want a battle royale?
No, I'm suspicious.
That they're so strong about saying, hey, we're not putting battle royale in the game.
They claim no loot boxes. We saw a loot box.
I mean, but that could have easily been a mistake. I don't know.
They're 2 different studios. Treyarch made Black Ops 4. Infinity Ward's making Modern Warfare.
Infinity Ward has made all of the Modern Warfares thus far, though.
Yeah.
And they haven't made a mistake so far.
Because with that is saying, hey, they're using the same engine. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, and Infinity Ward has a pretty great resume.
Yes.
Like, they do not disappoint. And
well,
and in this day and age, with how
Infinite Warfare.
Hey, huh?
Infinite Warfare.
They made one mistake. They made Modern Warfare 1 through 3.
All I'm saying is I'm just gonna wait. All I recommend to people is just wait.
Don't pre-order the game.
That's the whole. That's the one idea. Don't pre-order. Just wait until the game comes out.
I mean, pre-ordering really isn't worth it anymore nowadays anyway, because you end up spending too much for an incomplete game most of the time, or you end up spending too much on a game that you didn't think you were getting.
Yeah. Oh, speak about a game you bought.
Hey, we're not done here yet. We're still talking about this game, and I was gonna say, damn, what was I gonna say before you interrupted me?
About the Battle Royale.
Oh, and everyone is adding Battle Royale. They should be posting every day, hey, we're not putting Battle Royale in the game. We're not putting Battle Royale in the game. We're not putting Battle Royale in the game. And people still won't believe them until the game comes out and it's out for a year and it still doesn't have Battle Royale in the game. Because a game can be out for a year and they'll put Battle Royale in the game. Because that's what happened in Fallout 76. Everyone's doing it. They should be tweeting every fucking day, hey, we're not putting Battle Royale in the game. Let the game be out for 2 years. Still don't put Battle Royale in the game. People still won't believe there's not Battle Royale in the game. Everyone is making Battle Royale games ever since the success of Fortnite, and it's terrible. Tell me I'm wrong. John, are you okay?
Sorry, just had bad memories.
So a flashback.
Yeah, she did have a flashback.
Fuck yes, we had a Boreal to Fallout 76. Ah!
Our friends like, why? Yeah, it was one of our friends. We were watching the Bethesda E3.
Yeah, it's like,
and I'm just
fuck yes, we had a Battle Royale to Fallout 76. He's over here like, why?
Like, I'm sitting right behind you.
I didn't think they can make it worse.
I was sitting right behind you, and we're watching that, and I'm like, I need to rip something's throat out. This is bullshit. I grab your shoulders. I'm like, I can do it right now, but I don't want to use up my one prison card.
Anyway, let's finish this real quick, and we were gonna move on to something you were gonna bring up. Not all of the new inclusions have gotten a warm welcome. However, the inclusion of chemical weapon white phosphorus as a kill streak bonus has been met with controversy. As the actual weapon is not meant to be used on human targets and it can have devastating effects. Infinity Ward defended the reward by saying that while it is focused on gritty realism and the narrative campaign, the multiplayer is just meant to be fun.
Well, I'm sorry. We can drop a tactical nuke on a person, but white phosphorus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I mean, it is a small feature, but it is definitely something people would have appreciated. It's definitely one of those things.
Small feature, $4.99.
Stop, please. I'm knocking on every wooden surface to like not jinx that this isn't gonna happen. They're pushing so far to say that this is gonna be a complete game when it comes out. It's not gonna have microtransactions. It's not gonna have loot boxes.
You want to make
it's not gonna have battle royale. And I
really
hope that they actually go through with it, because so far Infinity Ward is a really good resume, and so far they're doing a really good job of making sure that the game is well tested, and they're fixing as much problems before the game even comes out. I'm really trying to put faith into this, that it'll at least be a tolerable game.
All right, relax.
Don't fuck this up for me.
You want to make a bet?
No.
$5.
Maybe.
$5. I'm right. You owe me $5.
Actually, no. You know what? You know what? Whoever's right has to buy the game.
What?
You heard me.
If I'm right, fine.
$60. It's a $60 bet.
No. Deluxe.
Okay. Wait, whoever's right, whoever's wrong.
Whoever's wrong has to buy.
Whoever's wrong has to buy the deluxe edition.
Yeah. Because if I'm right, why do I want the shitty game?
True. Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'll get a good game.
And wrong about what? Microtransactions and battle royale?
Yes, or a form of it.
Okay.
Because Battlefield had a form of battle royale.
You know what? Yeah, I'm down for this if you are.
Shake it. All right, people.
Right. Yeah, the bet has been made. if Battle Royale and microtransactions are in the game, I'm going to buy the deluxe edition of it, and I'm gonna feel horrible about it, and John is gonna laugh in my fucking face. But if there's not, he has to buy the deluxe edition of the game.
It's a win-win for me.
Damn it, you're right.
Well,
I'll still play the game if it's, if it has that. I'll probably play the campaign and play
actually, let's just bump it down to regular version.
the regular. Okay.
I just remember right, Bill.
Fair enough. It's like, oh yeah, I got fucking bills to pay.
I just finished paying for a really expensive bill, and this month this paycheck is like nah.
Anyway, you were gonna bring something else.
Speaking about a game that you bought and then you never got on Steam.
Wow. It's been a long time coming. A really long time.
You know what? Because
6 years is a long time for a game,
Because here's the thing: it's 2 developers.
Yeah, or it should be a long time to develop a game, unless
there was alpha builds,
unless you're Anthem. But let's not get into that again. Don't you do it, John. Don't give me anything new about Anthem this week.
Anyways, Cube World. Cube World has been in development for 6 years.
Yeah.
People who bought the game early got early access to it until the access updates stop coming out.
Yeah.
Wole, the developer,
Right,
was developing the game for a while, and then people started harassing his own private website, harassing his forums, DDoSing his actual store, so he couldn't sell the game.
Wow.
So he's like, "Fuck it, I'm making it all private." He did. And then a year, basically this entire year, updates started coming out again from his actual Twitter. And then probably 2 weeks ago, he's like, if you bought the game, you got access to the Steam version already. Everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, if you don't remember, that's fine. You can also rebuy it on Steam.
Wow.
And then I'm like, what? Basically, he re-updated. The game is basically a procedurally generated world mixed with it's basically imagine what's it called, Breath of the Wild, but with more of a RPG element, more of a Skyrim. Like it's like, oh, go here for quests and then do this.
Okay, so an RPG,
an actual RPG, but the world is constantly regenerating.
Oh wow.
So you can run into a town, but the next time you run into it, really it's not going to be the same people.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. That's huge.
It's vastly huge.
That's massive. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, you can understand why people love the game.
Yeah,
and it's just,
that can really be revolutionary for RPGs and in gaming in general.
Yeah.
Especially, damn, imagine the possibilities once 5G actually becomes, standardized.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys know about like the level of performance that 5G has available with places that are testing it. So there's only one city in the U.S. currently where 5G is available. I want to say that's in Providence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's in Providence, Rhode Island. There is a 5G node. If you have a 5G phone, like I'm pretty sure the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro has a 5G option, as well as the latest Samsung Galaxy. You could also get in 5G. The speeds are absolutely insane just starting off, and there's a lot of predictive possibilities of what can be done with it. So imagine like an online, imagine the same type of engine, or like an advanced type of engine applied to like an MMO.
This game.
So that'll be like the Oasis,
Yeah.
Essentially,
it's very
like just a massive online server that's just constantly changing and constantly rendering.
Basically, this game originally came out in 2013, and now it's finally
getting 6 years, dude.
it's getting a full release on the 30th of this month.
That's really big though, so no wonder it would take so long to develop.
You know how many developers? 2.
What?
The guy and his wife.
That's amazing. That is dedication. Holy shit.
Here's the thing.
That's got to be their life.
When he originally made this game,
he
wasn't actually making a game. He was just making a passion project. Yeah. And people was like, "We want to buy it."
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
And then he's like, "All right." And this is what really kicked off everything.
Yeah. And people were harassing him based on just how much they wanted the game to come out when he's not even like an actual developer.
No, it's not. They weren't harassing. It's just because back then, 2013, the internet was a wasteland of like ruthless people.
It kind of still is. But 2013, that was a dark time.
That was very dark times.
As far as just,
if you were even
2013, that was like really when, servers really hit it big. Like that's really when servers of all kinds and forums were filling up. That was when Reddit was really starting to get attention and even getting users up to the numbers of Facebook.
And this is what
was really when that shit started.
That's when as well Minecraft was like nearing its peak.
Exactly. Yeah. So okay, that makes sense. It was definitely that the internet society was definitely a different place in 2013. To be fair. Okay.
Here's a Steam page. Cube World is a voxel-based RPG with a focus of exploration. It takes place on a procedurally generated fantasy world made entirely of cubes. Mm-hmm. You got basically 4 different classes. You got the warrior, ranger, mage, and rogue. Basically regular D&D classes.
Yeah, that's great.
It's action based, so there's no turns. You got actual skills for your weapons. You can level up your weapons. You can craft. Yada yada. There's non-linear open world gameplay, solve quests, help residents, fight huge monsters, huge monsters, explore ancient dungeons, so on and so forth. It's basically
like an Elder Scrolls style RPG, but more with D&D style class systems and a constantly changing world. And he says built off a cube, so kind of like an environment similar to like Minecraft or Roblox. Yeah. Only it's constantly changing and re-rendering with NPCs in an authentic world.
Basically, the place you've been already, that's already going to be permanent.
Wow.
Basically, you can just walk off one direction infinitely.
Yeah. Also, so there's also like no loading or rendering in between locations.
No,
it's like a fully immersive world.
You literally walk from point A to point B.
That's amazing.
They also give you a hang glider so you can fly between mountains.
Yeah.
It says Cube World's unique per land progression system makes finding loot, solving quests, and clearing dungeons rewarding and exciting all over again.
That's amazing.
Basically, like I said, you help people in a certain town.
Yeah.
You probably level up that entire town, and then that town later will repay you in a way.
This really takes it to the next level, like the fully immersed world. So the fully immersed world RPG has definitely been a dream for developers for a long time now. Ever since like Morrowind, when RPGs were becoming more popular.
Whereas like, hey,
and for the time, it was just amazing, like how big a map can be for how far you can walk, and then it grew more to like trying to get rid of loading screens as much as possible. Like one of the first games that oddly enough that took some pride into this. It was still a little small for its time, but still pretty impressive. Was Tony Hawk American Wasteland. Remember no loading.
No loading.
The only there was no loading screens in that game. And it was a fully immersive world. Even if you walk into the shops, only because the shops were really small, there was no loading screens anywhere.
The only time you had a loading screen, I think, is between the actual map.
Yeah, and even then, it
was like minimal.
Very minimal.
And it was very, very strange because it was especially on the GameCube, whereas like GameCube doesn't have a lot of processing power.
Yeah, but it was actually very effective. And then fast forward to I don't like using this as the best example, but it was impressive when it was released, was Fallout 4, and of course Breath of the Wild, like you said, little to no rendering, no loading screens, fully immersive world. You know, give and take, of course, the cutscenes. Considering that you are playing a story mode game,
Well, yeah.
I assume this type. I assume this would take that out. Some more like how there's no actual cutscenes in little to no cutscenes in games like Skyrim. But in Skyrim, there's a lot of loading in between fast traveling and going into buildings and so forth.
Into caves.
Exactly. There's a lot of course.
You walk up to the NPC and the text screen pops up.
Yeah. WoW has also always been a really big example as far as creating a massive, fully immersed world. But this really takes it to the next level of not only having a fully immersed world with little to possibly no loading, just completely immersed no matter where your character walks, but also the world is constantly changing as you go about, just like how you would in reality. That's really impressive. Like, that has to be a constantly running and rendering engine, not only on where your character is going, but where the map is, what's going on in different locations with different characters,
right?
Different settings.
You know how like a lot of games have mini maps? It's
Mm-hmm.
like a 2D texture stuff. No, this one's 3D.
Wow.
The mini map is even 3D.
Imagine how that could also be affected and expanded with different things like natural conflicts, disasters, and wildlife, or whatever else can be expanded into this game, considering that it's also like a fantasy type of like you mentioned dungeons, I assume and large monsters. Imagine
Large monsters,
exactly,
probably castle. Basically anything that you imagined. Oh, we gotta go fight enemies.
Yeah,
more likely there. From when I originally played the alpha, unfortunately I'm sad I never actually bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually it, but I'm actually gonna buy it this time.
Yeah, it sounds
adult.
Amazing. Really,
I'm an adult now. I'll
it's
pay
pretty
for
exciting.
it. I'll pay for it.
Yeah. It was in 2013. To be fair, we were in high school. Huh?
Middle school.
No, it was freshman year.
13.
13 to 14. Well, 13 to 14 was freshman year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
We were 14. Yeah.
Shit.
Exactly. 6 years ago.
Fuck.
Time flies, right?
I'm old.
You're 20.
Old.
Anyway.
But
no, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm actually gonna support the game fully, because this is something I've been sad that has technically it did die. The whole game did die, but it's back.
There's also like what happened with No Man's Sky. That was another huge, like absolutely massive game.
But
that was also getting a lot of attention with the idea when it was released by a small developer.
Here's the thing, I get it. I get with No Man's Sky, because they actually did have basically I believe a server flooding.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was getting a ton of attention. Oh shit!
And they were all corrupted because their server farm was gone.
Oh man!
So they had to remake the game in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
That's why it came out very bad.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was upset about it.
Yeah.
Then I stepped back and realized there was no development time because they had to work 24/7.
Exactly, and they were really playing with something absolutely massive. Like, that is a beast of a game to develop, and then that they had to constantly update. They had been working just day and night on that thing.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they actually did.
Yeah.
But I was gonna tell you, for Cube World, it's not like Minecraft where you can go up to a tree and cut it down. Like, you don't collect items like that. I don't think so.
I mean, you were saying that there is some
don't build anything.
It's more for like weapons and armor type
weapons,
stuff.
armor. I believe you actually do make a campsite.
Yeah.
Where it's just a campsite in a bag.
So kind of similar to like Skyrim with the default, with the vanilla craft settings, as well as like a little bit of implementation from like the Hearthfire.
Yeah.
So like that type of thing. Not to the extent where it's like Minecraft or like Fallout 4.
Well, the most, if I remember correctly, is you'll place down a fire, a bed, and then an actual cooking mechanism.
Oh yeah, makes sense. And then in the actual towns, you probably buy a house, kind of similar to like an Elder Scrolls type of RPG, or you probably like just stay in a tavern, like if you're playing D&D.
You'll more likely stay in a tavern.
Yeah.
again with crafting, there's food crafting and there's potion crafting.
Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely more similar to like D&D as far as the crafting and how your character goes about just living, aside from the adventures and the combat and what have you.
Yes. Or how the DMs call it, a murder hobo.
Basically, yeah. I guess that is what you are, as a murder hobo.
Well, except you're not murdering towns.
No.
I hope not.
I mean, you could.
Only one way found out. Yeah.
Time to pull up the yachting portal again.
I was telling my friends the other day, you included, what the meaning of murder hobo is. Basically, for D&D, it's a term for a group of players. If it's breathing or living, it cannot live anymore for them.
That's so bad.
Murder hobo, which is murder, where they kill anything in front of them.
Yeah.
And hobo is because they're a group of traveling people. They don't have a home.
Yeah, it's a party. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like a bunch of just malicious gypsies. I guess it's basically what you are in a like in what if you're playing an evil party in D&D. Sounds like fun, but also just like, well, one, not very sustainable because you can go against enemies you're not really prepared to fight against, and also, well, you end up killing NPCs that can be useful for different quests and what have you.
You've seen my notebook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole thing.
There's an entire page of if I just feel like wiping out the party, here's the monsters I spawn. I hope you're ready to fight like 3. What was his name?
Beholder.
Yes, 3 beholders.
What? Can barely handle 1.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Here's the thing. I was when I first started watching
the Demogorg. Oh.
No, mind flares.
Okay. But
Yeah.
anyway, you were gonna say something else.
Yeah, for Critical Role.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, their first the first boss on actual on the recording was a beholder with armor.
What?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like a beholder wearing a giant helmet.
Yeah, in a way it was.
I mean, it's basically just a giant floating head, so...
No, it's a floating eyeball.
Yeah.
Floating eyeball that happens to have teeth.
Yeah, so it's like a head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no head?
Anyway.
Yeah,
Just imagine he has a fucking helmet on. It's what? An armored beholder? What?
How about you?
Isn't that a bit much?
And?
Okay.
One beholder just itself. There's a running joke in the community for D&D.
Yeah.
Gary Gargax, yes, one of the original writers.
Yeah.
He wrote the players. He wrote the monster manual.
Right.
You're reading it. It's like, all right, 5% from the Tolkien series, 5% from the just actual Greek gods or like monsters.
Yeah.
90% is just him hating his players.
Yeah.
Like I would be some nights I'll be reading the monster manual. And I'm like, why the fuck is this in here?
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, it's pretty creative, like how absolutely insane and destructive the monsters in D&D can be.
Okay, and there's
Like,
the actual book.
else.
The book shows you how to create monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I've seen people poured over mimics from the Dark Souls series.
Yeah.
They made Pokemon legendaries into bosses.
Yeah. There's
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's pretty great.
I've sent you that one several times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been going for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost.
You got
Actually,
anything else?
Not too much, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, I've been just really distracted by the politics going on this week.
Yeah.
That and I've just been really busy. So I don't really want to get into the. I don't like bringing politics into the podcast.
For me, it's been politics and then working on my computer.
Yeah, that was a whole thing too.
All right, so let me actually explain.
Sure, tell a story. It's a whole mess.
All right, so my PC. You guys know how I play The Crew 2. Mm-hmm. Recently I was playing it and I noticed my game started lagging. I'm like, all right, that's weird. And then halfway through my race, the map is not even loaded. You've seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I start cleaning my computer. It's like, all right, cool.
It's like, what is this blackness? I didn't think I was playing 2009.
Yeah. And then I tried to download a game onto my game hard drive.
Yeah.
It wasn't downloading. I'm like, the hell's going on? And then my Grand Theft Auto 5 was trying to update. It's like disk write error. I'm like, all right. So I take everything apart. I clean it. And then I'm like, let me just rewire it. Maybe there's a wiring issue. I did. Nothing. I'm like, all right. I rewire again. This time the power.
Mm-hmm. The power on your desktop is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's like what, 800 watts you said?
880 watts.
Jesus fuck.
That's from 2012.
Yeah. It's still a really good power supply. I mean, it's literally 8 times more powerful than my Surface extension.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm like, I give up. I'm like, I'm just probably going to reformat the hard drive and just start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
But then my computer started shutting off itself. Not like, oh, shutting down with Windows, please wait. No, as in the power just shuts off. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I check everything apart. I took apart the power supply unit and started cleaning it from the inside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dust.
Mm.
I'm surprised that thing hasn't caught on fire.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me rewire one more time the power only. I found that there was an area that was looping on itself. But for some reason, when I fixed it, it turned on fine. Everything was working. Except the one hard drive wasn't reading.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right. I took a new wire from the power box and connected it. Then the PC would just... mid startup, it would just shut off. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, I took all the hard drives except the main Windows hard drive.
Good God.
I booted it. It was working. I'm like, all right, good. Then it shuts off. I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
No, this is like day 3.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind.
Uh-huh.
Day 4 is when you guys finally found out what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Day 4, I got it. I got it working. I finally fixed everything. Then I update the PC. After I got home at work, it's 2 a.m. I'm like watching some videos, falling asleep. And then all I hear from the headphones is the actual power shuts off.
Oh, man.
Because the actual power, the headphones have, basically they'll tell you, hey, there's no power. Because you'll hear a click in the back and that's it. It's deafened. And I'm like, I'm too tired. I'm going to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, Friday, I take the PC apart. And I'm like, what else? There's something I'm missing. I changed out the battery on the motherboard, which helped.
Yeah.
Except it corrupted my booting files on Windows.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, the Windows was just corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to repair it. I lost a lot of files and apps because I couldn't really back up a lot of my music.
Yeah. Which
at the time I was that's why I haven't put them out, because I've been working on them, rewriting it.
Yeah.
Except I had a backup of the old versions. I haven't had the newest versions.
Right.
So that set me back for a bit. And then right now I'm just working on getting everything back on, but my PC's very slow. Like I was telling Chris before the podcast, I had to re-download programs for my motherboard.
Yeah.
Because when you turned it on originally, the actual PC was all the fans were at 100%, if like blast.
Yeah.
So it sounded like a jet engine winding up every time you turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
Until I finally found the program that actually adjusts automatically the fan, the actual fan speeds.
Yeah.
So finally it's back to the quiet peak. Except when I try to fix one, it automatically shuts off the computer. So I found out I gotta be very careful with tweaking the power, because yes, the computer is very powerful for the actual power supply unit.
Yeah.
It's just most of it is very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
I know that one of the fans has not been replaced, and if it happens one more time, I'm replacing that.
Yeah. Sure.
Which is probably gonna be another $12 part.
Yeah.
But in total, everyone's like, "How much did you spend fixing this computer?" This entire week, I spent $10.
It's not bad.
$5 for a compressed can of air,
Yeah.
and then $5 for the new batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've just been going stir crazy, staring at the computer. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Seriously. At this point, I imagine, because you've done literally everything, especially with Windows. Especially with the latest update on Windows.
I have to set everything back, and then everything off. I'm like, yeah, why? It's like my games have been slowing down after the Windows updates.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on with this newer updates.
Yeah.
That's acting up.
People have already posted videos on various setting adjustments that you're gonna want to make because of this latest update.
Yeah,
like it's already out there because everyone's getting the same problems.
But here's the thing: I have developer mode. I have the developer kit.
Yeah.
Because it's a deal cut back with Microsoft a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, give me this and I'll help you with these.
Right.
Or I'll give them straight feedback.
Yeah, that's cool.
As long as they give me free updates, I don't care.
Yeah. It's a pretty good trade-off. But yeah, probably get in there and just make a few various settings adjustments.
Yeah.
Especially with like use of the power supply, random aesthetics you don't really need that are overworking it.
I'm like, if it's a power supply, I looked up how much it is to get the exact same one.
Yeah.
They don't make the exact same one anymore.
Oh damn.
There's a new Ace. Corsair makes the same one.
Mm-hmm.
The same power, wattage.
Yeah.
It was $150.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm like, yes, it's cheap for a part for a computer.
Mm-hmm.
But that's $150 I don't feel like spending.
Yeah, maybe put that aside for some other time to invest into.
Yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, you gotta be careful with the motherboard. Motherboards is an Asus Ultimate Force edition, which is basically it's military grade, so it has water resistance and shock resistance.
Yeah, no, yeah, you've kept that motherboard updated quite a few times actually, right?
It's been updated a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The next things I actually have to replace within the actual computer are the RAMs, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then the actual case, but that's something I can wait.
Yeah.
The computer. Everyone's gonna ask, all right, what about the computer's
CPU, the GPU,
the CPU fan? The CPU fan is actually a water cooling.
Oh yeah.
So it has a radiator.
Yeah, that's gonna be more effective anyway.
It's effective and it's quiet.
Yeah, and you have pretty good host placement on it too. I've seen it.
Oh no, it's actually all pre-built.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actually a Corsair a brand.
It's nice.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like at this point it's probably gonna be like a lot of software things with you, and that whole thing is just such a horror story with your fucking computer this last week.
Everyone's like, what's wrong with you this week? I don't feel good. I gotta fix the computer.
Mm-hmm.
I was so delusional at night where I was actually wearing my work uniform just to work on my computer. Like if you walked in my room, I'm fully like wearing my equipment for work, which at work I have to wear basically a smock that prevents static.
Yeah.
Straps on my shoes to prevent so I'm grounded, and then I have a strap on my actual wrist that strap me to so I can ground myself to the actual item. I'm like, I can't risk it because I've had what's it called, back in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I went away for a summer and came back. My computer was fried.
Oh damn.
Because it was a summer where Florida had a lot of thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't home where I can have it disconnected, and I wasn't aware of it. I came back. The only way you can turn on the computer if you have it tilted off to the side. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just can't.
She's like, I gotta do everything to air that thing out. God damn it! Like it's.
Everyone's like, you guys save money for a car. I'm like, yeah, but if I get a car, I'm gonna lose my mind at home, and I probably won't be home ever again. Yeah, because everyone's like, how you just spend more time on the computer? I'm like, it's because I'm usually like working or like finding things, like either researching for here the podcast, working for like personal music, or hell, actually doing work at home where I'm trying to figure out more ways to make my job more efficient.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have a lot going on, and not everyone is gonna be able to take everything they have going on in your life into consideration based on the advice they can give you on where you should prioritize your time, because they don't really see the vision that you have. And that's just what's gonna happen. Because yeah, that's a whole thing, man.
A lot of things people say about high school is you gotta learn about time management. I've learned how to make a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty important, but
I learned how to make a lot of work within short amount of time because of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I get more time to relax, and then I can get everything done within a short amount of time.
Right.
You've seen my work style, and to be honest, from your reaction, you're gonna say it's a fucking nightmare, which it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
As in terms of like writing for story, it's a nightmare because it's always like on the fly, just thinking of ideas.
Yeah.
Writing it down. If I don't write it down,
that's how a lot of writing is, though. I mean, that, and also like it's more common and more efficient to create a big project over the course of a long period of time. Like if you wanted to write a book, you're much better off writing like a page a day, a page a week. Like if you were to write a page, one page a day, by the end of the year you would have a full book. You can do the same thing with a song. You can write, I don't know, a line a day, and then by the end of the week you have a song.
So far I've written just a beat within a day.
Yeah.
Lyrics wise, I can't write for shit. I'm slowly experimenting with that.
It's a different brain. It's a different perspective. When writing lyrics and then writing melodies and rhythms, and that's really what sets a different artist and musicians apart. I'm the same way. I'm really more of a melodic and rhythmic kind of person. I have been able to write lyrics, efficiently, but I just always have a hard time like combining the two. So yeah.
But if you know me over the years, a lot of people just seen how different my work style has changed. It's mostly because back when I was really depressed, it affected how I worked. So basically I did everything weird. I always talked about my depression, basically among friends. Basically how I worked was just think about it constantly.
Yeah.
That's what always affected me. I was always thinking about shit constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized after I got therapy and talked about it, I can use that same style on just actual work that I'm actually interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've told you before, I used to be an artist. Like I used to draw.
Yeah.
But after working so many years at a retail job at the auto store, it destroyed my wrist, where basically I have a slight shake to it if you actually pay attention to it.
Yeah.
That's why I can't work with a lot of small items.
Yeah.
Because everything has to be precise for me, and it'll just frustrate me.
Yeah.
In a way, I'm more of a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it takes me forever to just work on something, or just I'll bring it up to you.
Yeah, you care more about the quality. Yeah, of course.
It's more of quality. By accident yesterday, I did one of the more symmetrical photos on Snapchat by accident, where basically you've seen the classic art where it's basically just the road and it meets.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that on your story. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that by accident.
Yeah.
I was walking and then it was just click, and I'm like, oh, Okay.
You want to do that again and do some progressive or not progressive perspective photo shoots?
Like I said, it was an accident. It was only one way. It's only one way I had to find out.
We're gonna have a portfolio coming out on the Phantastic Productions website next month. Check it out.
Yeah, I believe later, one of the future podcasts, I'll get more in depth about my whole either work style or actual depression wise.
Stay tuned on the Phantastic Productions website and on the various social media outlets in our channel. Got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of cool stuff going on.
You're scaring the kids.
There are no children watching this. It's explicit.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also with that, we're also kind of running out of time here, and
yeah. But like I said, later in the future, I'll have I'll get more in depth about my work style.
Yeah, sure.
Actually,
that is a whole topic that we really should tackle one of these weeks. Could even do it next week. Yeah, for sure. About as far about like creative workflow and perspective.
Perspective. History. I'll give you my history if I want.
Sure.
Like I said, I'm always open to like talk directly.
Yeah.
With this podcast, we're not a one-way street. It's always gonna be a two-way.
Why? So wait, or should we start expecting responses?
We can expect responses and questions.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. We should definitely, take into consideration questions if anyone has different ideas for topics we should go over. I do want to say that we should maintain it within the areas of, say, media, gaming, technology, and then just creativity.
Yes.
Basically we tend to keep politics outside of the podcast as well.
We try to.
Yeah.
Sometimes it bleeds into what do we talk about.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing that we've talked about in the past was weather. That was kind of your big thing for a little bit.
Oh.
We're running out of time, man.
One quick thing. One quick thing.
Okay.
There's already a snowstorm up north.
Okay. It's fall. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm sorry. It's a blizzard.
What?
It's a blizzard.
Are we getting another vortex?
Early.
I don't.
Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting another blizzard up north in the Rockies.
What's the Rockies?
Well, from the Rockies up all the way to Washington.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow.
Well, it's only September. Be careful, everybody. But anyway. Catch you next week, Saturday. Next Saturday, as always. And as always, the all of our affiliate links and social media outlets are in the description below. And come back next week. And most importantly, have a fantastic day. It's Justin Try.
Huh?
Justin Try.
What?
Justin Tricep workout.